Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Jason here, and I don't know if any of you have been following along in the news, but we're having record flooding here in the Pacific Northwest. So Mr. Skills is, let's say, inconvenienced by rising waters. So he's safe, but it's just not super convenient for him to come over to the island where we are. And so because of that, that puts us out another week on discussing the convention. And I think we're on the Article 2 powers of the presidency, which we will continue hopefully next week. But listen, it's the holiday season, and I know that people are probably trying maybe to pay a little less attention to politics, and I can't blame you. You should be trying to do that right now. And that kind of falls in line a little bit with what I want to talk to you about today in this placeholder video, and that is complacency. So you've heard me say it on this channel a bunch. I'm gonna say it again. I'm an independent voter. I belong to the coalition of good ideas, and that's what works for me. And you know, I hope people won't take this personally, but I don't have time to be a part of anybody's group. You know, there's a difference between a group and a team. Groups tend to celebrate together when they win, and they tend to mourn together when they lose, and that's great if you're in a position in your life where you need that. But teams are chosen for a specific time to accomplish a specific goal. And TC and I feel like we're part of a team, and we want you to be a part of that team also. As an independent voter, I can tell you that I currently caucus with the Democrats, mostly because from everything I've been taught from my teachers and professors, and from everything I've learned through living my life, and everything I've learned from reading the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence and the Federalist Papers and letters from the framers and these different things, you know, the Republican Party's just lost its way, best I can tell. And while I can assure you there is much about the leadership in the Democratic Party right now that I am unhappy with, it would appear that they have no visible motivations to end democracy. And, you know, that's what's most important to me. So my point about complacency is this. Right now, all of us are passing through a time in our history where we're going to have to pull double duty. We have to look at the immediate, and we have to look at the long-term future. If we have to look at the immediate because of the problems that we're all on social media talking about right now, the things that we're seeing being reported in the news, the things that we're seeing and feeling happening in our communities. We have to think about the immediate. We have elections coming up. We have people mounting campaigns. We need to be asking these people the right questions, and we need to be coming to the right conclusions for the immediate. But we also have to not drop the ball or take our eye off the ball for the future. TC and I have said it over and over again on this channel that if we don't fix the problems that we're having, that we're going to be here again, you know, maybe another 10 years or 20 years, but this problem is going to come right back around to where we are right now. And it'll be worse the next time, because lots of things, lots of norms that were set up to be measures of virtue for the population, these norms were set up to be measures of virtue so that the population could look at these leaders and see that they were following these measures of virtue, and we could feel good about the people that we've hired. These norms have now been laid down into precedent. They're no longer measures of virtue. They're excuses to repeat the behavior, or worse yet, try to move that behavior forward. We have to keep our eye on the future. TC and I, the origins of this channel were that TC and I believe that we have long since, because of our pillars, the pillars of our strength, the 5 pillars that we've talked about and we're going to talk about in the future, those pillars are so effective that we've grown fiscally, we've grown in size over the years, in geography, we've grown certainly in population, we've grown in innovation, we've grown so much that we've outgrown the system that we use to hire and fire these people, i.e. the two-party system. And we have also outgrown, this is kind of a revelation that we've come to through this process, that we have outgrown the aged system of guidelines that we've been self-governing on for the last 238 years. We've got to address these consistent problems that we are having in our country for future generations. And we can't get complacent because their guy lost and our guy won. That's not going to solve the problems. Next week, we're going to hopefully get back into the convention talk, and we're going to address the Article 2 powers of the presidency. And TC's been doing a lot of research on that, and he's got a lot to say about it, and I have a lot to back him up with. So give us a like and a subscribe and leave a comment, and do what you can to be a part of the team. Do what you can to help us get the word out that we, the people, we are not looking to these employees in Washington that have become a problem. We are not looking to them to solve these problems. We are taking responsibility into our own hands, and we are going to solve these problems ourselves. All right, join us next week.